Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you have not been here before, thank you so much for coming and for watching this video. Today I'm going to be starting a new series. I don't know a name for it yet. If you guys have any name ideas, please let me know. But this series is going to involve me redesigning current brands and kind of putting my twist on it and putting my style into it, and even maybe improving some of the brand's current branding. So today I am going to be redesigning a brand that I think a lot of you will be happy that I'm recreating, because the logo is not the greatest. It's hard to read. I don't think the visuals are very exciting, and overall it's just not great. So I'm going to be redesigning Ross Just for Less. I remember ever since I was like a kid, I would drive by that like with my mom and I would just be like, I hate that font. I don't know why, there's just something about that font that bothers me. So I really wanted to try and kind of put my twist on it and see what I can come up with. And it just exercises my design brain, and it'll be a fun little challenge for me. And I am sorry to whoever made the design of Ross, but I'm gonna try and make it better. So let's head on over to my computer and get started. Okay, you guys, I'm starting off with a blank document and bringing that logo in here for reference. And I wanted to head over to Pinterest to get some design inspiration. So I'm just kind of looking at different clothing brands to see if anything sparks interest for me. Now my style is very minimal and clean, and I don't love a lot of colors, so I was finding it difficult to find inspiration for a corporate like bold logo and not making it too boutique. So that was kind of where my mind was going. And on Google Fonts, I'm looking for sans serif fonts because I feel like that's the best way to portray Ross. Okay, so while I download each font, I'm heading over to Illustrator to use that font so I don't forget the name of each one, because I downloaded about 5 of them. So I'm just going through and adding those all to my artboard. Okay, now I began designing, so I wanted to use this hanger, and I just image traced it to be able to change the colors of it and things like that. The biggest tip I can say with designing is you just gotta start, because if you start overthinking what you're visualizing, then it gets really hard to just get started. So I kind of just throw out every idea that was on my mind, and then I start to perfect it and play around with better ideas. But don't be afraid to design something even if it doesn't look great. It just gets that idea out of your head so you can keep moving forward. So right here I was picturing more of a corporate, like kind of a Target logo where it's bold and you know what it is. So I wanted that hanger to be like their symbol, because currently they have no symbol and you might just think they sell dresses. So the hanger symbolizes all types of clothing. So now I wanted to find a nice color palette. I don't think there's anything wrong with the blue that they're using, but I wanted to see if there's other colors that might make this look even better. Okay, so now I had this idea in my head. I'm like, I need to just throw it out there and see what it looks like. And I'm not gonna lie, this font was not speaking to me. It made me feel it was too childish, or it wasn't adult enough. It wasn't mature enough. So I kind of trashed this logo when I was done, but like I said, just get it out there, get it out of your head, and keep moving forward. Then I loved that inspiration from that Pinterest post, so I wanted to see what it would look like if I took that R and put it inside of the square so that they can have more of a symbol, and instead of just having like text as their font, as their logo. Okay, so now I really like that first logo I did, so I'm going to do another version of it, but in a square. So I'm just adding anchor points here so that I can cut out part of the square so the text can flow through it. One of the reasons I love Illustrator is that you can take the eyedropper and just use the fonts from everything else. It saves so much time. So I love that about Illustrator. I wanted to see what a scripted font would look like for this logo, because I do feel like their audience base is mostly women. I might be totally wrong, but I feel like sometimes scripted fonts attract more women, but I didn't like it, so I moved on. Okay, now I had another idea in my head that I knew probably wouldn't work for this brand, but I wanted to see what it looked like just to have some fun with it. And this was inspired by that first Pinterest post I saw. I love serif fonts. I just think that they're so elegant, but they're mostly for, in my opinion, like boutique places, and it doesn't really work for like corporate. It might for some different brands, but for Ross it just wasn't for me. It wasn't speaking to their company, but I thought it would be fun to just try out and see what it looks like. And one of my favorite serif fonts is Crimson, but I also love Libre Baskerville, in case you guys are interested. So I needed the italic part of Crimson, so I just downloaded that and I love the look of lowercase italics. I think that is just so pretty, especially underneath a capitalized serif font. So I did that for this. And I just wanted to add a little more character to it, so I added a couple lines to put just for less within, just make it more, oh my god, I can't talk, just to allow it to fit into the logo more and just add a little more element to the logo itself since it's so simple. Okay, so I think I chose which logo I like the best, so I'm gonna actually mock it up and see what it looks like. So I'm gonna clone stamp their current logo away so that I can put mine on there and see what it looks like. I don't know why I find clone stamping so satisfying. It's like therapeutic, especially when it's like a smooth surface like this and there's not anything like distracting it. Like I can just clone stamp away and I find it so satisfying. Okay, so this was the one I chose. I'd love to hear what one you guys liked the best, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. I could have probably made 4 more logos, but this is just a little exercise, something fun to do. So I'm placing it in here, just copying it from Illustrator. And now I want to emboss it so that it looks like it's part of the building. So I'm just playing around with that a little bit. Alright you guys, here is the final comparison. I definitely can tell I'm a minimalist designer. I like thin fonts, so that is what I went for. But here's the final product. I hope that you guys enjoyed that video. It was so fun to do, but I'm really happy with what I came up with, and let me know your guys' feedback because I'm always looking to grow and to learn, and this was just a little fun thing to kind of play around with. And shout out to my boyfriend for this idea. He came up with it and he was saying it would be fun if on the weekends we go to Walmart or something and he picks out a brand for me to recreate, so look out for those in the future. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did like it, I would appreciate it so much if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.